Let's start. Woo! Raspberry lemon. What did I expect? I kind of like it though, and don't. Hmm. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning. You are up early. My mom's not even up this early, and she's in Chino Hills. Good morning. Whew. I am sleepy. Yesterday, I was up late. I forgot to take, I take medicine to go to sleep. And for some odd reason, I was really into whatever show I was watching. And I didn't take my medicine until 11. So I didn't doze off until 1. And then when Kendall got up at 6, I was like, no, I want to stay asleep. And it's whenever it's cold and it's chilly. It's 44 degrees out here. I want to stay in bed and go to sleep. Chilly weather is cuddle weather where you just want to just cuddle in your blankets and forget about the world. And no, at last I had to get up, take the bambinos to school and start the day. So I filmed 2 parts of the video yesterday, and I decided, yeah, in the spirit of the moment, not to film the video in one consecutive take. I did something a little bit different for this Ora Rosa video. It's going to be a playlist where you're going to get an intro explaining the details of the bag, which each part has. You're going to get the exterior, the interior, and the final construction and basically the outro of the bag. So that way, if you get stuck on one particular part or you need help on one particular part, you can go to one video and work it out that way. Or you can do it like a sew along where you start, finish, and you can work it out. This particular bag has a lot of cool components that Alexis, you can kind of see her bags evolving through time, and they have a lot of mini components. And I feel like for her bags that it's really hard for me to put them all in one video. I came to terms with last night that as I grow as a bag designer, I don't get faster. I get longer in time because now I'm more detailed orientated. I'm more doing things I normally didn't do when I first started. So making sure that things are more perfected means that you take a little bit more time and effort. And I don't want to rush a video and skip a step and someone's asking me, hey, how did you do that? And they can't see it. So I have a little bit more angles too, where you get to see some up close shots. It's overhead altogether where you're going to see it overhead, where you're going to see how I feed a bag on a flatbed machine. So if you have a domestic, you have a flatbed. I give tips and tricks on what I heard in the testing team for different people that have a domestic machine who has a free arm and different things like that. So that way it'll be easier for you and just to help you along the way. And I give you reasons why Alexis did certain things and why it's beneficial, whether you have a domestic or an industrial. So I'm hoping this style helps you. So today I'm filming the intro, which you guys get to see my mug. And I am my skin is suffering. So the one thing I always love, I'm a fluffy person. I'm going down in weight, but I am a fluffy person, but I have really good skin. I'm a hairy person, That should be obvious. I have a lot of hair on my head, so I'm just a hairy person. So I like wax thy mustache sometimes. I tried this new wax. I usually go in the unibrow area because your girl gets a unibrow if I don't do it, and I have to. I tried this new wax, right? I'd used it. I have now like not scars, like scabs and like pimple reaction. And it hurts. It hurts to talk and move this area and this area. And I guess like the wax was too hard or it wasn't sensitive enough. And it was earmarked, it's Sally Henson for sensitive face. And I've used this brand before in the past, and I am literally I'm struggling. I've done things like that are interesting remedies. Like my sister told me to put baby butt cream on my face and go to sleep. Now, it did feel good, but then it made me oily the next day. It's been a challenge this past 7 days. So, just I wanted to share that with you. I know it's random, but my thing is called Captain's Log, and I have to tell you what's going on in the captain's life. I'm having random breakout from a waxing gone wrong. And the thing is normally I don't wax. I'll go get it threaded because with threading, it hurts so incredibly bad when you get it done. I don't care who know how taught you pull your face, whatever. It's not the business. You could put baby numbing gel, teething gel on it. It just hurts. However, I'll just be red that day and the next day I'm fine. But my threader is out of the country for the month. So I was like, dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and wax it because I see like a 5 o'clock shadow. It's not cool. It's not cool. I'm a hairy person. You want all this hair, there comes ramification. There's other places that you get hair, right? Yeah, that wax man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. It just, I'm really mad. It's like I'm really mad, and I don't. I'm okay. I learned a lesson. Just wait for my person to come back. Yeah, it was easier, Julia, to break it up. It was less stressful because as soon as it ended, how it came sporadically, I was done with the construction and I felt like we were at the hour 10 mark. And I was like, you know what? Let me stop. Because in the pattern, it said, this is a great point to get a cup of tea, which I started giggling because it's a very like Canadian, European thing to say, like get a cup of tea, governor, you know? Like, I was like, you know what, though, it is true. You just did all this work and like messed around with hardware, put all this stuff on, take a stretch your hands or whatever. Let's get into the lining after you take a break. And I was like, you know what? Let's do this. And the lining gets a little bit more, there's a little bit more components with the lining than it is for the exterior. There's actually the lining video is actually about 23 minutes longer than the exterior. So I was like, you know what? Let's have them two different videos so that way if they could do the exterior, then they could just watch the lining video if they need help. Or if they're like, dude, I got the lining. Because some people are just really confident with the lining and not the exterior, or vice versa. So they go watch one video that suits them. Or you have people that are like, okay, I can do one part today and the next part on Friday. So it's like a sew along for them. And then finishing the bag with the extra. And I can't give away what the extra is. When you see the bag, you'll understand. We'll give you tips and tricks how to complete the bag and put on the completion of the hardware and tips and tricks on just completing it, and that's it. And the intro will show you the anatomy of the bag so that way you can plot out your fabric. Like if you want to do like the bed hog. If you know who Bed Hog is, her name is Amy, and she makes spectacular bags on a domestic machine. And she had what I call the bed the Amy Bed Hog's method is she uses 3 fabrics for the exterior at all times. So she'll have a focal, and then she'll have a a side side a side fabric that is contrasting to the main, and then she'll have one accent. So there'll be 3 pieces of color that makes her bag pop the main exterior. So like if I show you the bag, you can be like, oh, I want this for the front and back exterior, this for the side, and the for the front being this will be the accent feature. So knowing these things can help you with coordinating the color coordinating your things. So I that immediately when I see a bag with with a main feature, a side feature, and then an accent, I know it's Amy. Um, Kind of like Andrea Graham, Caddy Cakes. I know it's her when it is a main, and then the accent features are very, very small, but very detailed. Like they will be just like framing a badge or piping or whatnot. Andrea, Amy, and me are the Powerpuff Girls. So that's what we dub ourselves. So, um, but like people know it's me because it's either I'm all one color or I have all one color with one accent that is just off the wall that you didn't expect to merge with the color that it is supposed to be. I like to mix colors that are different. Morning, Virginia. Yes, Karen, I love Amy. Amy is a creative soul and she's so kind and sweet. She's a good person. You're new to bag making, and I find you've been getting slower too. Yes, I agree. There's some people that are like, yeah, I get faster. I find it quite the opposite. I've been bag maker now for many moons, and I feel like my superpower is top stitching and attention to detail, and those two things take time. And I feel like I think that's the progression of it. Like you don't see like people that create like Picasso like art saying, "Yes, I made that in 1 minute." It takes forever to map things out in your mind, create color theory and just seeing where you should fill in darks and lights, shadows and negative space, open spaces, concepts, and stuff like that. It's the same thing with bag making. We take a long time to figure out fabrics is because this is how we create our arts. It has to be something in our mind to make us like feed our soul. So it for me personally, I think it's you when you start honing your craft, it takes longer. And I think that was my aha moment when I was doing these videos. I was stressed yesterday, unnecessarily stressed, because I wanted to have a video that was 2 hours. But then when I realized if I did that, I was not only cheating me as an artist, but I would be cheating you as someone that wants to learn from me. Because I will give you falsified information saying you can make this bag in 2 hours, and I know good and dang well you couldn't. There's no way in Hades you could. So, unless you have some Harry Potter magic, and if so, please let me know how I can get down to Hogwarts and get my some HP magic on. But there might be someone that can do it. But once you see the bag, you understand this bag is there's no pattern like it. There's no pattern like it, and it's worth every hour you put into it. It's worth every nanosecond, every moment you put into it. So, yeah. Oh, and when you get the pattern, before you buy it straight from Alexis, wait until my video comes out and just purchase it from my link. I get a small kickback. And if you don't even want to purchase it from me and you want to purchase it from someone else that does videos, purchase it directly from that person's link because it goes to their affiliate link. Okay? It's a small percentage. Alexis still gets paid, but a person will get a proceeds, and that helps that person continue to create videos and help people out. Just throwing that out there. And it also shows Alexis that she appreciates the people that create videos for her because she does not want to create videos. She just wants to be designing. So it's cool. I think I speak Alexa's love language now when I can read her patterns and I feel like I can understand like her language like to a T. So it's interesting. I believe the video. So if I'm not mistaken, everyone has to turn in their pictures today. Um, I want to say I would like to say it's either coming out tomorrow or Thursday. And I'm hoping it's to I think it's either tomorrow or Thursday. So just say Thursday to be on the safe side. If it's tomorrow, then you'll see a video for it coming out tomorrow. Um, it's going to be a great spectacular bag. You're going to love it. It's gonna be something like I said, I love my favorite thing to do after doing correspondence in the evening is going through Facebook and reading, people's comments in, like, creative bag making, bag production, and, like, whatever, whatever, and I know a lot of people have been not c a lot of people have been voicing their opinions on bags looking very similar, and people wanting, like, "Who do I buy a pattern from? This person looks like this person and this person." And I already told you my soapbox on this, that each designer has different methods, and you can have 2 exact patterns, but constructed differently, and I understand they may look the same, but their construction could be completely different, which can teach you different core values. So it's kinda like when you go to school, if you were to have if you were to have a math teacher and you somehow, some way had to get changed out of this math teacher into another math teacher, and he teaches differently, you still and you're still have the same lesson plan, you're learning differently, so you're getting 2 different ways of learning, which is learning is there's no price on learning. It's all relevant and it's all important. It's just a matter what you're able to purchase from it. So like I don't like when people bash like we have why should we pay for another one? Just scroll by and say that you're not going to get it in your head. There shouldn't be a post about this cuz you're condemning a small business person, two a teacher, three an independent designer. You don't like call McCall and be like, Simplicity has a pattern that's just like this. You don't do that. So it doesn't make any sense why you would do it to an independent designer. That's one. Two, Alexis has a tendency of creating patterns that no one usually has on the block. This pattern, legit, I have scrolled through Facebook and every bag making group to see if anything even like replicates it. This pattern is nothing like anything on there. So it's first of its kind, and that's why I guess I was also nervous because I wanted to provide you guys a great foundation so you could feel comfortable and prepare to create this masterpiece. It's actually quite simple. It's just the techniques. And she's really good at techniques and helping you learn things. Alexis's main lesson that I achieved through this is how to reduce bulk and sew correctly so that you don't have bulk showing. And like it's something that I tell you all the time. Just because your machine is so over bulk doesn't mean you should. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't look nice at all. So she gives you a lot of trimming techniques throughout the bag, and it helps the bag look very structured and very professional. So just follow the techniques, cut out the pattern pieces, correct, and make sure before anything to do a test photo to make sure your swatch, the 2-inch square is exactly perfect, and you will be on par for everything. Good morning, Io. Yes, it's 44 degrees here and it's quite nippy. Me and my son had the butt warmers on in the car. He didn't want to leave. I if you guys don't know, the car that I had before I got my newer one, um, my newer one was a 1994 Mitsubishi DeMonte, and it had nothing. So it didn't have back windshield wipers, it had no heat warmer, it didn't have anything, right? So now that I have the Volkswagen, we have like functions that we didn't have before. And like the butt heat warmer, we just this is our first fall with this car. And we will sit there and we like the cold because we will sit in the car just with the butt warmers. Like me and my son act like this is like the best thing since bread. Like and it's like a very humbling experience. Um, we feel like we're bad and bougie. So we feel really, really bad and bougie. I love a structured bag too. And this bag it's structured, but it's semi smushy. I can't explain it because the I could tell you this, the interfacing stabilizer is not something typically that um that Alexis gravitates to, and I'm so happy she actually did on this one. You're gonna need it. No, I don't do I okay, I can crochet, I don't do it enough. I do like to do loom blankets. I used to do it on my downtime, like, while watching Witcher, but I haven't done it in, like, a year and a half. So, yeah. Yes, Arnetta, heated seats are great amazing, but can you imagine if they did the whole back of the car like that? I would fall asleep and get in a car crash. I'm going to let you right now. No, because my lower back feels good on those heated seats. Like all the pressure I have like starts to like relax and I'm like I can see myself falling asleep at the wheel. Um like, like I don't even know. The back stiffener at Tandy Leather works really great. Oh, my lighting just went boop off. Um, the back stiffener at Tandy Leather works really, really great. Um, on like drop-in linings, if you try to do it for a birth, you're gonna struggle. If you do it for a binding, you can do it, but the thing is that it could bend the board and it could make the bag bottom look like slightly crooked and tilted. I feel the Tandy leather one stiffener is like the best for like drop-in linings. But it is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant because it just gives it that hard bottom like a Hermes bag and it just looks so much more professional. Crocheting is hard sometimes, but there's a lot of people that crochet on this page and they do phenomenal work. I do too. I love drop-ins. I know a lot of people are opposed to them, but if you if you could trust your bobbin tension and you sew inside the lining, the interior piece, then you're golden. You're absolutely 100% golden because then you have nothing to worry about. And if you're like, "No, Nova, I want a top stitch on the exterior," then just put a couple of books underneath your domestic, and now you have a free arm, and you can put it underneath there like that. Um, I like drop-ins because there's no like trying to make the seam allowance be nice and taut. Everything is nice and taut. The designers always make it so it's a perfect, nice fit, and it just looks more clean to me. And it's my prefer like, it's drop-in lining, binding, and then birthing. I absolutely hate birthing because like, birthing bags to me, the seams what happens to me is they start to roll in on each other, and that's when you get that ugly puckering, like, you could tell a birthing bag a mile away. It's just, ugh. Oh god. I lo That's why I'm a sucker for binding, and as soon as someone's like, "Drop it," I'm like, "Yes! Let's do it!" So I'm a sucker for a birth-in bag all the time. I try to see if I could do it for most things, except there's certain times you can't do it, like, if a bag is shaped like a U on the top, there's just no way you can do it. You try to convert whatever you can. I'm with you, girl. I am here with you. There's sometimes you just can't. Um, and it just depends on the opening of the bag. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna hop off because I have to still film my intro, outro, and then I get to meet with Patreon today, and we're gonna discuss what modifications we're gonna do to the bag company bag, which I'm really excited to do. And I'm going to show them really quickly how they can modify their own wings on the bag. The wings on the bag are amazing. I made the first original wings and they are on point. The instructions are on point. They're beautiful. And I just want to show them how they can slightly modify them if they want to make them into butterfly wings or different dragon wings, what different scales of different wings, but by keeping the same shape. So that's what we're gonna do. You only did birth. What's the best drop-in bag to start with? Hmm. I would have to say lavender and twine. The reason why I say that is I haven't personally seen her videos. I have tested for Erica and she has a couple of bags that are drop in, and she does have really good videos from what I've been told from people who have watched it. Country Cow Design, also has really good drop-in, bags, and let me see who else. I'm trying to think because like, everybody's on the, binding kit. Oh, the Minimalist from the Rowan, from Knotted Thread Co. Shannon, do Shannon's The Minimalist. I think it's you'll learn not only drop-in, but, drop-ins with a slight U curve, and it's great, and she has a video on it, and, it's a fan favorite. It's a and that personally, that style bag is a big seller for me. It's a great everyday bag. So, that one, the Rowan from Knotted Thread Co. Alright, so I will talk to you all later. I hope everyone has a fantastic day and keep it whimsical. Bye.